In 1978, a farmer reported that he had been abducted by aliens in Poland, where the Emilcin abduction was said to have taken place. On that day he was out riding in a horse-drawn cart when he says that two unidentified non-human beings got onto the cart and started to talk to him in a language that he couldn't understand. He continued to drive the cart with the beings aboard to a place where he could see a big object hovering just above him. The craft itself was not one that Wolski could identify. White in color with a length that of a bus and about 5 meters high. It hovered about 5 feet above them. He said on the craft he saw 4 objects which looked like drills and created a humming sound. A platform similar to an elevator was extended from the craft to the ground. This was when Wolski said that he was brought onto the ship with 2 more of the beings that were under the craft on arrival. He was then ordered to undress and examined with a probe that was similar to a dish. After the examination he redressed, after which, noticing there was not a single window or any lights on board. It was just the light from the open door which allowed him to see. The beings offered him food that they were eating in the shape of icicles, but Wolski declined. After this he was allowed to return back home, which is where he told his family what he had seen and endured. He even told them to come with him to the area where he claimed to be abducted. On arrival they could see that the grass in the location was trodden down as if something had landed there, and the area had lots of paths which came from all directions. Of the people that visited the site after hearing Wolski's claims, it was said that footprints were found, but there was no information given as to whether they were bigger or smaller than a human print. Another witness was a boy age 6 who said that he had witnessed a craft that he could not identify hovering over a barn, then flying up into the sky and vanishing into thin air. An interview in July, just 2 months after the Emilcin incident, gave Wolski the opportunity to explain what he had been through. After the interview, the recording that was prioritized and kept from public was later released. During 2005 the incident was immortalized by a construction. The memorial reads, on the 10th of May 1978 a UFO has landed in Emilcin. With very few witnesses it's hard to say what happened that day, but many believe the Emilcin abduction incident to have been one of the first alien abductions reported. It was definitely not the last.